Okay, welcome to Kung Fu Africa number 2. So this is my only video I'm going to make for tonight. I'm already posting videos as we speak. So, um, let's go over a few things. Alright, so I made, my last video that is probably posting right now is this. It's called Stay On Mission, Human Lives Matter. So I made that because I watched a lot of these videos about how everybody's in these movements. These Black Lives Matters, these Asian Lives Matters, these White Lives Matters, these Blue Lives Matters. And here's the thing. We're all human. That's what we have in common. We all wash our ass and brush our teeth, spray deodorant on our arms, maybe powder around in other regions. You know, stuff so that we don't stink. Alright? We like human hygiene. No one wants to stink. So that's one of the things that brings us together. One of the things that divide us is our hatred for each other due to the fact of the one thing that we cannot change. That being our ethnicity, our cultural background, and for some of us, our sexual orientation. B, being a straight man, I don't give a damn who you love as long as you're honest about it, you know. Now let me make that abundantly clear so that everybody understands this. I am not coming down on transgender anybody. Not women, not men. Everybody has their own journey they got to make in life. I prefer my women to actually be born a female, not just in the brain, but biologically. So I don't want to be involved in a relationship with someone who's lied to me from day one. A relationship can never be built on a lie because the truth always comes out. It's just a matter of time before it does. So I made this sign because all lives matter. All lives matter literally means all human lives matter. Your color, your skin, your race, your ethnicity, whatever you want to call it, your sexual orientation, whatever classified people did you fall in, A, B, L, B, G, T, Q, plus, alphabet SWAT, whatever you want to call them, black people, white people, Asian people, cops, firefighters, military men, which I am a veteran of. I think that if we all take a knee and look at all the things we have in common, we'll find that we have more in common than not in common. In fact, the only thing that we don't have in common is the fact that we're not all the same race. But we are all the same race. The human race. We are the same species. A Turian in this video game that I'm playing right now says it best. You humans are all racist. There was no lie to that. We are all racist against each other for reasons, the one reason that no one can change. See, science has made it so that if I wanted to be a woman tomorrow, it won't be immediate. I'll have to go through all kinds of psychological exams and physical exams, and I have to take hormones and all this shit if I wanted to be a woman. Thank God I am very well attached to my 3 best friends. Me, myself, and I. And my nether regions. Alright, that was a joke. But at the same time, I was deadly serious. I like being a man. No, there's very few things about being a man that I don't like. Alright? Now, there are very few women who like being a woman. There's very few things about being a woman that they don't like. But what we really like is being who we are. Alright? Now, there are a special group of us who just aren't who we are. Biologically, and literally, physically, and they have to have their truth lived and they have to change their lives. We cannot judge them. Let them live their life. But that should be said for everyone. Whether you are black, white, or Asian, that should be said for anyone. And for anybody who are about to jump on me about Spanish people and Hispanic people, etc., etc., here's how this works. If you are Spanish from Spain, your ass is white. Alright? Simple as that. You're a Caucasian. You can go Google all this shit, but there are only 3 human species on the planet, which is Negress, Caucasian, and Mongoloid. I happen to be the product of all 3. My 2 maternal grandmothers, well, my maternal grandmother on my mother's side was adopted, but she's part Native American or all Native American. We don't really know because she was raised by black people. But her husband, my grandfather, was part black and part white. My father's mother was Native American. His father was black. Her mother before her was Native American. So yeah, I'm kind of ground rooted in here. I don't really have a lot of ties to Africa as far as I'm concerned. Do I ever want to go to Africa to visit the Holy Land, see if I got family over there? No. Most of my bloodline is right here. I don't know what my white ancestry is. I don't give a damn. I don't know what my African ancestry is. Again, I don't give a damn. The one ancestry that I do know, I actually give a damn about, which is the Cherokee Nation, in which my great-grandmother on my father's side was a part of the Powhatan tribe. Alright, so I want to know more about that. Why? Because I feel more Native American than black and white. But I don't go around running around doing this number and war dancing and all that other shit. But I do watch powwows when they come on Facebook and Instagram and shit like that. I watch that shit because I like to know more about my culture. I know a lot about black culture. I know that Kwanzaa is actually a black culture and not an African culture, and it was studied of an African American studies person that did it. I like Asian American studies. I like all the shit that I'm never going to use in life, especially history, because history is my favorite subject. But I will tell you this while you're watching this video. There are a lot of things that we do in life that don't need to be done. Hatred is one of those things. I can understand if a man rapes your wife. Yeah, you hate that bastard. If he rapes your daughter, you hate that bastard. If he rapes your son, yeah, you hate that bastard. And that's well-earned hate. But to hate someone for the one thing that we can't change, our ethnicity. I didn't ask to be born black, white, and Native American. If I had a choice, I'd just been Native American. I didn't get that choice because my ancestors couldn't help who the hell they fell in love with. And neither can yours. If I had a choice, I'd be born into a prominent Native American family that run casinos, and I'd have money because I hate being poor. Who on the hell on earth does not hate being poor? Think about those things that I just said. I didn't say I would prefer to have been born white. Nothing wrong with being born white. Not from where I stand. I know white privilege exists, and to be honest with you, I don't give a shit. Because here's that thing about white privilege. White people do look out for themselves, and they look out for other white people. And every now and again, you get blessed, and some of those white people are in your family, and they look out for you too, and they stand up for you. My stepmother, who has passed back in 2011, once chewed out a white lady at Toys R Us for kicking my little mixed breed ass out of the store, as I went in behind two white kids whose parents was talking to my parents. And that set my stepmother off on an irate. Prior to that, I kid you not, as long as I'm breathing, I have never heard that woman cuss until that day. That was the first day I heard her cuss. It shocked me. This woman had no foul language ever come out of her mouth in my presence. Ever. Until that day that that white lady escorted me out of Toys R Us. And my stepmom, she walked her ass in there, and yeah, she's white. She went in there mad as hell. Never seen her that mad. And she laid into this lady's ass. Oh, excuse me. I mistold that. She actually laid into that lady's ass in the parking lot. And it took everything my father had to make sure that this beautiful stepmother of mine didn't whoop that lady's ass. And we were at Toys R Us in either Newport News or Hampton. When I'm in Newport News and Hampton, I don't know which side is which, because they're all the same damn area. But we were in Newport News. We're going to say we were in Newport News. I know we crossed the damn bridge, and we went past the movie theater, and Toys R Us was deep on the right past the DMV. Disabled Veterans thing, because I used to buy toys from there too. And man, my stepmother went on that white lady. And you know, I've never really seen two white people have a conflict before over a little black child. But it was probably the best thing I ever saw. I mean, she dug into that lady's ass. And she said, because the lady said no, those two white kids' parents were in the store. And my stepmom, who I swear to God, as long as I've been breathing, never cursed in front of me until that day. Her exact words was, "That's bullshit. You brought him out that store because he's black. Their parents are right there. In fact, we were all going to come into the store together. But because of this little racist crap, you're not getting our money. Ever the hell again." We never went back into that Toys R Us. We started going down to Children's Palace, which is further into either Newport News or Hampton. But from that day forward, I learned some very important stuff. See, I've been the victim of racism all my life. And not just from white people, but from black people too. Never really had any problems with Asian people. Ever. So, what is it that we can't fix amongst us all, that we so choose to hate each other so bad that we're killing each other in the streets? Hey, look, slavery's over. We ain't never gonna get our restitution. Deal with it. Move on. But lives don't have to end over dumb shit. We could do this fight all day. All damn day. I can go get up in my Captain America suit and show you guys America's ass. And we can get into this fight all day. I can go and strip down and get on a Native American regalia and have my recurve bow and be American Eagle, even though he personally used a crossbow, which was some shit I still never understood why Marvel would have that happen. But anyway, because Native Americans didn't have crossbows, at least not for a while. Anyway, you get the gist. We need to stop the hate. We need to stop having all these different matter movements and just have one. Human lives matter. Remember that. This monster, the green evil monster with 4 arms, represents the hatred that we all have for each other. But if we stay on mission, human lives matter. So people, stay on mission. It's not that difficult. Thanks for watching.